Frigid temps to start the new year. Any signs of a warm up? Let's send it over to Greg for our full forecast.
Well, overall, yeah, it's been cold for the last couple days, but considering it's becoming our coldest month of the year, we're not that bad overall. But we're not going to see much colder temperatures here, at least for the next 7 to 8 days. We're going to be in a warming trend here. We're going to go well above average. In fact, temperatures will feel more like early December or end of November as we go towards next week, all of next week, in fact, too. So that's the good news, too. But as it always does, we do have some chance of precipitation as we change this air mass around, and we'll kind of break that down. But for tonight, cloud cover increases, so that'll keep the temperatures maybe a couple degrees warmer than we had last night, more in the teens, single digits overall, just a little bit above average for this time of year. Pretty calm. As we go into Saturday, cloud cover comes through, but there are breaks in the afternoon. We'll kind of time that out, but we do have a potential for a little bit of snow showers or mainly just flurries. Not expecting any accumulation like we saw as we looked at Thursday's event that came through. But all in all, temperatures getting very close to where they should be this time of year, which is mainly in the 20s too, mid to upper 20s. Here's overall that what we're expecting. There's two weak disturbances, one well to the north, one well to the south that are going to be coming through, kind of brushing the area. So they're not going to amount to too much. So as we get closer to the overnight hour, you see a little bit of flurry activity starting to pop up north of Eau Claire. That'll be where most of this activity is going to be for Eau Claire up to Rusk County. As you go further south and west, more likely not. Now tomorrow, we could be an opportunity for the rest of the area to see a little bit of light snow to come through, but you know most of it stays to the east of I-94. Further south and west you go, likely just going to see cloud cover and maybe a few breaks into the afternoon, but you still might see a few flurries. Once again, nothing like we saw for Thursday where some areas saw 1 to 2 inches of snow. We're not going to see any of that. Now Sunday gets a little bit more interesting because our temperatures are going to go up to the mid to upper 20s. In fact, these will probably be the lows going into Monday too. But we have another warm front coming across that does bear some watching because we could see some mixed precipitation. We're talking sleet, freezing rain, and snow. So really it's not going to be coming through until about Sunday afternoon. You can see it's starting to stretch out to the west there. There's a little bit of pink when it comes in through the area. Initially some snow will start off near Eau Claire, but then you see the pink starting to really transition, and it's literally going to be probably north of I-90 to 94 that's going to see this freezing rain, sleet, or even snow. Further south and west you go, we'll probably still see some drizzle, freezing drizzle all the way down to maybe Prairie du Chien area, but it won't amount to too much. That'll come through and by about midnight. So the ice potential, we're talking about less than a tenth, a few hundredths, which could make some slick roads here and there. Really, it's from Twin Cities all the way down just south of Eau Claire. But you can see probability is the highest as you go north of La Crosse. Further south and west you go, we're not going to see as much, but that still doesn't mean we're going to not see any type of precipitation. Now, snowfall with this is really going to be probably further to the north, basically north of Eau Claire up to Rusk County. You can see overall potentially getting 1 to 2 inches up in these areas, and you can see further northeast, that's where most of it stays as snow. Further south and west, we're not going to see much of a transition of snow going on. So something to keep in mind for Sunday. We'll kind of keep that in tune for road conditions. The good news going into Monday, our temperatures kind of stay steady overnight, and then we're going to have a lot of 30s and even 40s throughout most of next week. But then towards the end of the week, we have another couple systems coming through, and those bear a little bit more watching too because they're a little bit stronger as we go into Thursday night through Saturday.
Yeah.
So.
But I do like the increase in temps. Like, it looks like it's more walkable outside.
Well,
I know you're opposed to that.
No, I like it cold right now.
I know, really frigid
this time
cold.
of year, ice fishing, snowmobiling, all that.
Oh yeah,
cold.
lots of activities that you guys are accustomed to.
Yes.
I'm still getting acquainted with it. I still like to be warm.